just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Sorry, my music kind of ended before. I could get to that, but let me see here really quick. Sorry, I'm the mod today right now. But welcome in everybody. It's good to see you. It is Tuesday the 19th. Man, it seems like this week is going slow. I keep thinking it's like I don't know. I think it's like Thursday or something, but it's not, unfortunately. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. You can call me either or. I don't prefer one over the other one. I'm just going to grab my stuff up here. So basically, if you don't know, I'm sure everybody knows by now that since we're covering Idaho 4, we're going through the 556 pages that ISP came out with. That's the Idaho State Police. They did a lot of reports. They did a lot of interviews. They took a lot of tips. They went through those. Some of them are pretty funny, actually. Like some of the tips, it's like my friend's sister's brother told me, that this guy was wielding whatever it's called, wielding a knife or, just stuff like that. So they're kind of entertaining, but we're just trying to go through all of them. That way we don't miss anything. What do you want? My dog's over here standing by me. Oh, let me check the weather really quick. Cause I thought it might storm. I'm usually prepared more than this to not look at the weather, but yeah, it's not even going to rain. 35%. What are you doing? This dog's good. Anyways, so welcome in everybody. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. We are going to go through, like I said, we're going to go through, I don't know, 50 or 100 pages or something. I don't know. We'll see how far we get because some of them are pretty easy to skim through. But before we get started, if you guys could just take a second, hit the like button for me, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, let us know where you're from in the chat. We'd love to know. I love to know where people are from and what time you're watching. Hello, Pearl. Eating dinner. Oh yeah, because it's later for you. It's later for you. It was good to see you today. I actually chatted in the chat today. Can you guys believe that? Can you believe that? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. So Jack said he'll return. Willows is taking care of her kitty. I hope you and your kitty are okay. Kenny said this was Kenny Chesney from Nashville, but then he said, "Is there any sexy ladies in here?" And I just took his comment out. Hey Kira. Hey Lenora. Hey Sirius. Welcome in. Hey PKC. Hey Triple L in here. Hi Miss Lenora. Hey Micro Kimmy. What's up? Oh, Debbie's about to have her dinner too. What are you having for dinner, guys? That sounds, I'm hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I had a English muffin this morning, but that did not do the trick. That did not do it. Hey Dawn, how you doing? I feel like it's been a while. And Pearl's in here. Okay, well, it's good to see everybody. Hey Tish. From Massachusetts. I bet you have the coolest accent. I have Putin Dog BJ. Is Nick the pressure Aries? Oh my gosh, Aries. I knew it was you, but I was like, where's the Aries part? I've been wondering where you've been. I was about to send Calvary out. I just thought we were missing each other, you know? Oh, well, hopefully you come in here and you have a good time with us. Hey, Ro, because it is pretty. I mean, some of these tips are like, what? Brisket, stuffed baked potatoes. That sounds good. What the heck? Pulled pork in the slow cooker. Oh, you guys are doing way better than me. I gotta up my game. I don't cook. I need to up my game. Hey, riding down the rabbit hole. Well, welcome in. I hear you, Aries. I just decided to not go anywhere other than I did go into one chat today and I said hello and some stuff, but that was the first time in a month and a half. I think it's been almost since I've been in a live chat. Had an opinion one day and they said, you can have an opinion. And then after my opinion, it was like, no, you can't have no opinion. Mary Beth, what are you? Bring me some pulled pork barbecue, please. Man, you cook the best stuff. I would eat at your house because I'm picky, but I would eat there. Hey, Mandy, welcome in. Hey, is it seeing check 11? I love barbecue brisket. Me too. We actually have a I'm getting off topic, but a city barbecue. I think that's what it's called over here. They're huge. That's the only problem. Like I don't know. Maybe they have like a kids one I could get because I don't like the sandwiches to be like super big because then I feel like the bread gets like soggy and I don't like soggy bread. I'm very picky. I'm like a 3-year-old. I'm telling you. It's the autism, sensory issues. Hey, Misbehaving. I feel like I saw you. I think it was last night or night before, but before that, I feel like it's been a while. So welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. If you don't mind, I forgot to do it. I'm going to put the link for our membership. If you'd like to join our community, our membership here on the channel, we'd love to have you. We are going to do our next giveaway the 31st. We're just going to do them on the last Sunday of the month. I think that's a good idea. What is this dog doing? She like wants to sit over here. You're weird. What are you doing? What's your sister doing? Nothing is out. Okay, we're good. I'm like, nothing's out. Is there anything out there? Those dogs are crazy. So we'll get into the documents yet. I don't know if you guys have dogs, but they're like children. Mine are. Hey, Reba. Like she wants to sit over here like she's scared. I feel bad for her because I don't want her to be scared. What's the matter, Mia? What's your sister doing? O'Reilly. I wish you guys could see them right now. She's standing at the door like, what'd I do? Okay, they're there. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. We did stop on page 200 last night. And we were just going through different interviews that they were conducting with some of the students and the people that were closest to, the 4 that are deceased. We did also talk last night. I don't know if you guys heard, but Karen Laramie, which is Maddie Mogan's mother, saw the crime scene photos and she was extremely upset. And I can understand. I can understand it, but I can't even begin to imagine it. So she's trying to, and I hope she actually succeeds, but she's trying to get it to where they don't release the crime scene photos. So as of right now, if you were to put a FOIA in, they're going to deny all videos, photos, and all of that until like that part is done. And it's like a restraining order, kind of. It's like a restraining order on the stuff. So personally, I know a lot of people are upset and they're like, this isn't the first crime scene that's ever been out and all that. I understand that. I understand we all want to know what's going on, but I feel like there's just some things that we don't need to know. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm cool with not seeing, and I've said this before, I have not shown it on my channel. I am cool with I don't want to see the kids. I feel like I know they're adults, but I'm cool with not seeing that. So we did go over the pictures, but we didn't put up the picture of like the beds, Xana on the floor. There was about 4 pictures that I withheld and that was it. Just because they're all over the internet. So it's not like you can't find them, They have a lawsuit now. Yeah. Micro-Kimmy, what happened was me and Ashley were in the chat. And we're like, we're not going to look. We're not going to look at them. And then I got on X. And I didn't even think about it because that's part of just like kind of like what I do every day, like see what's going on X. And then like, just to see if there's anything like popping off with like Brian Koberger in the jail cell walking around, like stuff like that. And so, I don't know. I ended up seeing them, and then I was just like, I know they're blurred, but to me, I don't like it. So I didn't show them on the channel, but I did show some of the pictures, like a couple pictures with like the droplets, just so I could tell people like as educational, because I went to school for criminal justice, like, it was downward like droplets. It looked like he was like walking with a knife. So I bet you that, well, they might show it. They should show it. They should have a picture of it, definitely, right? And they said it was literally right beside like Maddie's hand, I believe we read last night or the night before. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll succeed. Get in here. Hold on one second. This dog is nuts. Come on, Shabaka. Get in. Come on. Get in here. Get in here. Get on your bed. Come on. Come on. We're going to read. Okay. I'm going to put you guys to sleep. Okay. Sorry about that. I have one dog that's scared of life right here, the gray one. And then I have one dog that's scared of this dog. It's so crazy. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. I'm going to start this goal for you, Miss Tanya. Let's go. Have a great day. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we'll get into the documents now. Since I talked your ear off, but I do actually try to say, like, I try to stay on for a little bit because we don't use code words here, right? You're not going to hear unaliving and stuff anymore. We're not doing that. So if you wait after a certain couple of minutes, it'll let you, they won't dox you or get you for it. So the next one that we're going to read is they are into December now. So they're into December 15th. And they are interviewing redacted. It's always redacted. So this person is going to talk about their birthday and how they were, they weren't around the victims. But it says here that she reported her birthday to be, and it's redacted, and she lives in Post Falls. When she's attending the University of Idaho, her address is in Moscow. She has a roommate, and they put the roommate's name and her phone number. And she stated she was at her mother's house in Post Falls on the evening of 11/12. Oh, for her mother's birthday. So for her mother's birthday party, what are you doing? You're like acting crazy. Get up on your chair. I don't know what this is crazy. She's like acting so weird. Get up on your chair, Mia. She's never acted like this before. I'm about to kick him out. Oh, there she goes. You okay? Okay, big girl. And she's fine. Which I just took him out, so I don't know. So she's sitting in her chair. So okay, so it says she also stated her sister and her sister's boyfriend were there. She stated she did not hear about the murders until Sunday afternoon, when someone told his mom about the murders. Oh, it's the guy, sorry. This is her. They knew Xana Kernodle when they were in Post Falls, but they did not keep much of a relationship with Xana after, and it's redacted. And it says redacted believed her friends, and it has a bunch of redactions, may have known Xana better while attending the University of Idaho. So they give the phone numbers, and then she said that she went to live with her mom. She works night shift, but it's all redacted to where she works. She reported that 2 people may have seen Xana and Ethan the night of the murder. She did not have contact information for either of them. Well, that's not going to help much, is it? But Detective Herman spoke with, and it's redacted, and asked if her white, whatever this was at her mom's house in Post Falls during the night of 11/12. I bet it was her car. So yeah, her car never left her mom's until 11/13/2022 in the afternoon when she drove it to work. So then on the next day, it looks like there's a tip, 4925, and it says it's redacted, identified the male, redacted to be redacted. Detective Herman requested a list of all college students which were at the camper trailer during Parents' Weekend. What the hell is a camper trailer? Oh, wait, we were talking about that last night. Because I said that sounds like something the Chapins would have. I don't know, it just does. It sounds bougie, kind of. Like, because they were like saying that they really had this for like, the Parents' Weekend. I don't know. It sounds like something they would do so that they could have a place to stay that's close to their kids. I don't know. So let's see who it belongs to. So this person texted Detective Herman multiple photographs and videos which were taken during the parents' weekend. These photographs were downloaded, okay, and then entered into evidence. Oh, okay, they're not going to tell us. So the next one is a transfer of something. It has the two. Okay, so it has just Kaylee and Maddie, and then it has witness 1 listed, witness 2, witness 3, witness 4, witness 5, witness 6. Okay, so they recorded the interview, and the summary is this person did not know Gonzalez's mother's name, but Gonzalez spoke to someone about the fights she and Redacted had. So Redacted, this person, described them as average fights, such as Gonzalez needing to pay for her own phone. When Gonzalez was in her freshman year, she did not get along with Redacted. And Redacted had not met Gonzalez's Redacted. I don't know. I wish that wasn't Redacted. When Gonzalez and her boyfriend, they had a very positive relationship. Whenever they broke up, it was always her. When she would break up with him, she never seemed mad about it and would hang out with the sorority sisters more. I guess this person describes, I think it's Jack, as shy. So this person describes Gonzalez as the most down-to-earth person with a contagious smile. After Gonzalez dropped from the sorority, she started hanging with this person more, but the relationship would pick up where it left off when they would see each other. This person could not recall any significant events prior to Gonzalez's death. Gonzalez drank the normal average for a college student and was not into drugs. She did not engage in abnormally risky behavior. When this person saw Gonzalez, she was frequently doing homework. Gonzalez was closest to Madison Mogan, but this person listed several people in her sorority she was also close to. And she listed them all. This person did not recall an instance where Gonzalez expressed discomfort or fear about anyone. When she and Jack would break up, Gonzalez would be upset. She believed Gonzalez was always the one that ended things due to her being bored with the relationship. Okay. And it says she had an interest in someone who is a U of I student that lives in Coeur d'Alene. And then they put the name down, but they redacted it. And it says, did not know anyone who disliked any of the victims. She described an incident involving when she lived at, which is directly below 1122 King Road. Once at the Redacted, and her roommates came out to the kitchen to find the dishwasher clean/dirty sign changed to fuck off Jeff with a steak knife bent in half next to it. None of the occupants had any idea who Jeff would be. Yeah, who the hell would name their kid Jeff? I mean, no offense. Like nowadays, like that doesn't. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't sound like even a name that. Does anybody know a Jeffrey? That's like 20 something. I don't know Jeffrey. That's 20. What? Well, damn. They changed the sign. How did they change it? These words don't even scramble into that. I don't know. Maybe it's something you write on. I just thought it was like a sign that you like flip or something, but wow. That school sounds a little weird. Like, you know what I mean? We have a lot of stuff going on. So while this person was living there, she had returned from Boise and left her suitcase in the car. Ooh, is that the girl that when the morning, like someone took her underwear? Let's see. She came out in the morning. Someone had moved the personal effects from her front of the car, such as lip gloss and other accessories. Yeah, I know this was the one. Had been moved into, and then it had been moved to her suitcase. Her suitcase was removed from the vehicle and left in the middle of the cul-de-sac. Nothing was taken except for her underwear. Remember? A footprint was found on the seat of her car. They reported the incident to Moscow. The night after the car burglary, her and her roommate were the only ones home, but heard someone walking around upstairs very slowly. They sent 2 screenshots of the conversation with Redacted, and they saved them. And then redacted described redacted as more strict for party attendance, as in you had to be invited or be a part of the function to attend. King Road was more laxed in that respect. This person recounted several instances where she believed she was being watched by a male who went by, and she gives the name, and where they believed where they lived, and she described him as a white male in his 30s, with somebody that was beginning to bald on top. He was about redacted and had a large but not muscular stature. She saw him walking around the sorority house several times when she would return home from going on a run. This person would appear behind her. Wow. She would have to walk in front of these apartments on the way to her sorority and begin getting messages on Instagram from username redacted as she was passing by. From September 1st to September 15th, 2020, this user sent several messages. The user seemed to believe that this person would smile and wave at them. She blocked the user on September 15th, 2020. Okay, that's a long time before. Sent screenshots of the conversation and picture of a male profile. Sorry, so I read that wrong. Sent screenshots of the conversation and of a picture of the male on the profile. And then said that the profile hasn't been removed from Instagram. Okay. Well, nice to get to know you about your Instagram, you know. I mean, that had nothing to do with the crime, but that's fine. Going back to 2020. Everybody was going crazy in 2020, all right? We can't be mad. I mean, really, I think everyone went nuts. I think we're still going nuts. Hey, Ashley Higgins. Hey, Jet Set. I put my iPad over here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to, just figure out a way so I can see you guys better. Oh, actually, up here, too. Bam, got you up here. Let me see. I popped out the chat. There we go. And then I can see you guys up here, too. Look at that. We're good to go. So then on November 17th, why are we going backwards? So I'm going to go through this and read it a little bit. So this person drove to Mingles. She remained sober and acted as the designated driver. At 23:15, her and whoever she was with left Mingles. She dropped off a few people. Then she drove to the Corner Club to meet up with some people that are redacted. Upon arrival, the Corner Club was packed, and they had to wait to get in. After that person got into the Corner Club, they used the bathroom, and they found their friends, and they introduced their friends to another person, it looks like. They separated from them for a while to hang out before they left the bar. They met back up with someone who was hanging out with, and they're redacted, but they was unsure if that was the last name. And it says something roommate in Mogan. I don't know. This is where this person met Mogan for the first time. Mogan hung out for a while, then made a comment to the effect of she was going back to hang out with other friends and left the group. While in the Corner Club, this person said there was an unknown male dressed in dark clothing and possibly a white and black striped shirt and appeared to be very drunk. This person stated the male was stumbling around and even fell into a group of people at one point. There is nothing worse than a clumsy, messed up drunk. You know what I mean? I went to the bar sober one time. I said, I swear I'll never come here sober again. I came to pick up friends and I was like, I hate all of you guys right now. They were so drunk. Okay, wow. So what said the male smelled as if he defecated in his pants? Oh my God. What? I don't even know what I would do. This person mentioned he appeared to be there alone and never saw him talking with anyone. Well, yeah, no one's going to talk to somebody that smells like shit. I mean, come on. She said she and another female she referred to, this person, she could not remember her name, went to the bathroom. They went to the bathroom together because, bathroom buddies. Around 0:30 hours, and they ran back into Mogan. Mogan remained, right. This person said Mogan reminded her that they were both named, I'm going to say Maddie. I don't know. Someone made the comment to the effect of, yeah, I remember I'm sober. To which Mogan replied to the effect of, well, I'm not. And then they continued to the bathroom and did not see Mogan after that. At approximately 0145 hours, then this person arrived back at her house after taking her friends home. She said she parked and got out of her car. She saw a large male wearing a jacket walk out of a house nearby. She said she was by herself and felt uneasy about the male and just wanted to get inside quickly. She did not see where the male walked to, but she saw he headed towards Elm Street. Like, everybody's a scaredy cat around there too. For having all these knives and guns, you know? So then she told Detective Walker and I she did not become aware of the incident until approximately 1300 hours on Sunday via the vandal alert. She said she had nothing else to add, but she was available for a follow-up. They probably didn't need a follow-up from her. Probably need to find out where that girl's underwear went. So we've got some witnesses. Their names are all redacted. They're all acquaintances. Love that. Okay. So these are the results. They have a recording of this also. So this happened on December 1st, it looks like. So this person told detectives she's something, and she lived at the sorority house. She stated she knew, redacted from being at the same rush group, and met a couple other people who were mutual friends. She said she had known these people since about August 2021. I'm assuming that might be like Dylan and Bethany right there. She had known Dylan and Bethany, but I don't know. Maybe not, because I think they might have got there in 2022. So this person, to detectives, her activities during the day of November 12th and the morning of November 13th. So this is what she did. They went to, it's redacted, for a barbecue around 1. She doesn't know like a couple people's spelling of their names, but she went with a few people. She doesn't know their phone numbers. She went to the Vandal game around 3 or 4 p.m. with the same people. She stayed at the game until about halftime, then went back to the party and was there until about 8:30 p.m. She went to redacted with, and it's all redacted, the names. So she could change to go to someone's 21st birthday party. It was an out-of-house residence, and she left around 11:30 p.m. and went to someone else's house. While there, she hung out with Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin. They hung out for a couple hours, the redacted house, and ran into someone at around 12 or 12:30 a.m. Redacted told redacted she couldn't get drunk and made a statement to the effect she wasn't feeling it. Who wasn't Xana? I'm wondering something. Okay. Redacted stated at one point, and redacted told her she wanted to go to the something house, but was not ready to leave yet. Okay. Because it's like the second or third person that said that, like, has said that Xana, like, I think they were referring to Xana not feeling it. Oh my gosh, it's so hot here. It's ridiculous, Jack. Oh my gosh, it's 88, but I have a fan on me here. If it's loud, let me know. And then a small fan here. If it's loud, let me know. I can always turn them off. I might turn that one off, actually. Okay. So they left and went to the lodge and hung out for a while. They left around 1:15 or 1:30 a.m. and they went to another house. Someone did not go with them to the other house. They stayed for approximately 10 minutes and walked home. They left the house at around 3:30 a.m. and they all went to drop people off, and then they went to eat. After redacted ate and they went to the house, they stayed there the night there. She described her activities the day of the 13th after waking up. She woke up at 10 or 11, went home, showered, grabbed food and coffee, and went back to someone's house, I guess. This person found out about the murders from someone else at around 7 or 7:30 p.m. These people went to the hotel where redacted and redacted were staying. And I think that might be Maisie and Hunter. I don't know. Or Hunter and his girlfriend, because I think they all were staying at a hotel that night. Like the school put them up in one. So redacted told detectives while she was at the hotel, she told them she saw someone in the house wearing a ski mask. All Dylan. Dylan told them she saw someone in the house wearing a ski mask and made eye contact with them, but didn't know what was going on because she was out of it. We read this before, but maybe it's different. This struck this person odd as she remembered. Okay, this was, it was Dylan that wasn't getting drunk because she remembered redacted saying she wasn't getting drunk that night. So it wasn't Santa, it was Dylan. So this person also said in previous point in the interview that shortly after redacted moved into the house, she made comments about not feeling safe at the house because of where her room was in relation to the door. And she felt she was being watched. Well, yeah, none of them had damn curtains, right? Windows are exposed. I don't even think they have blinds. Like, don't get me started. But then her screen was off, right? So I would, and where Dylan's room is, I would feel a little exposed right there as myself. But at the same time, it kind of looks like a closet door, you know? Like, I don't know. I would put a lock on my door, a really good lock. A coded lock if I needed to. She said she also told detectives about an instance where Kaylee was followed by a male. Okay, we've read all that before. She explained the deceased and redacted were pretty good about the security. Okay, so Bethany and Dylan were pretty good about the security at the house and did not just give out the door code. And then she says, do you know anybody that could do this? She gives a name. She said when she emailed him about missing class, he mentioned to her redacted on King Street and thought maybe he would have seen or heard something. This person described how I don't know. As I read, I always tired, stressed out, but was good at redacted. Is this name supposed to be redacted? I'm pretty sure it probably is. So witness 1, is this their name? Oh my gosh, did they literally look? This one's out. Look at witness 3. Witness 3 is blacked out. Witness 2, not blacked out. Witness 1, same person, not blacked out. Look, name, blacked out. Name, not blacked out. Should we tell them? We might need to tell them. I'm not telling them. But they fudged up. Let me know if anyone else has caught that. If you listen to anyone else, because I don't know if you listen to anyone else because it's a lot of documents. But look at this, they did it again. Who's Lin Fu? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like, they blocked out everyone's name but him. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Okay. So this person at a residence had a doorbell camera, but it did not appear to be working. House was under construction and did not appear to be occupied. A neighbor told Detective Hodie and I, Huddle, I don't know, that the house had been crashed into by cars on 2 separate occasions recently. Wow, I wouldn't want to live there. Is that the house on the end? I wonder the corner house. So redacted resident had external cameras, but the homeowners were not home / did not answer the door. A business card was left at the front door. No footage was collected. Redacted residents had an external camera, but it's live feed only and does not record. Oh man, that sucks. So they talked to the homeowner who said she was home on Sunday morning, but did not hear or see anything noteworthy. No footage collected. No cameras. Had a doorbell camera, but homeowner said it wasn't functioning on Sunday. Oh my God. Homeowner answered the door through the camera. I love this. That's something I would do. That is something I would do. And stated they were in Spokane, Washington. I'd be in the closet though. I'm not here. But would be home the following day. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. So the homeowner, they said that they'd be home the following day. The homeowner said they'd be available to meet. Okay. I reviewed the doorbell footage and it did not record or store any events or footage prior to, during, or after the time frame of the incident. That stinks, you know? This person didn't pay for the cloud storage service, so you know it can only hold a little bit, so he didn't get anything there. That sucks. Resident had a doorbell camera, but the lens was cracked and broken. What is wrong with you people? Replace your cameras. Maybe they were just like, we'll leave it there as a deterrent. I don't know. So residents of this address saw the police canvassing through their doorbell camera, but did not answer the door. What? When they realized it was the police, they drove around the neighborhood to find the police and speak with them. Oh, okay. They had cameras, but nothing of note was captured. I thought they were pulling a me, hiding. No footage collected. Okay, well, that's fun. So this is another person. They played football together in 2000. Okay, this wouldn't be anything that's... I'm just reading it to make sure. Okay, house was not equipped with cameras on November 17th, 2022. Oh, this is the one where they like was in the truck like just to stay warm. I'm trying to think of who it was. We thought it was. I'm just seeing if there was anything like noteworthy. Just says here that he appeared to cry for help as he might have done something bad or he may be suicidal. Yeah, we read that part. I remember because the S word last night. Okay, so I don't know why they put that in there twice, but they did. So this is redacted. Owner of similar vehicle observed on security footage. Female. This is there regarding her vehicle. She's completing her master's. So on November 12th, she ate dinner at about 5:30 before returning home about 8:30. She did not leave her apartment for the remainder of the evening and went to bed around 10 or 10:30. After she awoke the following morning, she went for a walk around 7 to 7:15 a.m., passing by 1122 King Road and continued on to Taylor before returning home. She didn't notice anything unusual other than it seemed to be especially quiet that morning. So she didn't say, hey, the front door was open. Like, I don't know. At about 8:30 a.m., she went to church and she didn't return home until about 3 p.m. Dang, what you be doing at church that long, girl? Praying? What are you praying for that for 6 hours? She confirmed the above noted vehicles was hers and no one else used or had access to her vehicles. Yeah, Angel, that's what mine does too. So I can't say much about the Ring doorbell. I think, yeah, as soon as you get into like the view, and we're like in a corner, which is good because we don't want it to keep going off, but we're like back in a corner, so it's nice for us. Only the neighbors usually set it off, and it's on Vincent's phone, so I don't get the alert. I don't know why it's not on mine. I guess if something happens to me, because I'm here all the time, he'll have the video. But here in a few weeks, he'll be here with me. Uh-oh. Okay, so she didn't know any of the victims. Okay, so we're just gonna... So this person is another interview. He confirmed that the above noted vehicle was his, and no one else had used or had access to the vehicle other than his father in Lewiston, who had a spare key. Okay, so we know that he didn't have anything to do with it. I just want to pop in here and see like freaking Koberger's document or something. So Maddie, Kaylee, and then witness 1, witness 2. So this is the following. She explained the following. This person was best friends with Madison Mogen. Her and Mogen talked almost every day on multiple platforms: phone call, text, group text, Snapchat. She used to live in the house on King Road with Mogen last year. She currently lives in Boise. She spoke with Mogen at approximately 12:30 hours on 11/13 via a FaceTime phone call, which was between Mogen's phone and this person's phone. She was the phone number. The FaceTime call was very short and consisted mainly of, "We miss and wish you were here." During the call, this person noticed that Mogen was outside of the corner club. She described Mogen's level of intoxication as buzzed but not falling drunk. She indicated she did not notice any red flags or odd behavior during the call. She seemed to have a very detailed knowledge of their friends group, which the victims frequently associated with. She was asked if Mogen was in a relationship. She stated Mogen was currently dating a male, reported the phone number, and then described Mogen and Jack's relationship to be very good, and they loved each other very much. She stated Mogen and, I call him Jake, I'm sorry, had been together for approximately 2 years, stated Mogen and him never fought. She currently lives in Boise and was on her and was okay. Redacted stated redacted currently lives in Boise and was with her on the night of the homicides. They she stated that they went downtown Boise from approximately 10:30 to 2 a.m. and that was Mountain Time. She also stated that Kaylee Gonzalez had been in a long-term relationship, 6 years, with a male. She stated Gonzalez and him broke up about 2 weeks before Labor Day weekend, 2022. She stated the breakup was a mutual breakup and they both left on good terms. Gonzalez had a history of being on and off dating, but they did not have a history of fighting. She stated the last time she was at the house was on Labor Day weekend, 2022, and that is when she really met Gonzalez and became friends. Prior to that weekend, she was primarily friends with Mogan. She was informed she would be contacted soon for further interviewing, and the call was terminated. Okay. So we have witness 1, witness 3. Okay, what is this? The envelope was addressed to redacted house. The return information was on the envelope and it's redacted. It had a drawing. The envelope contained several playing cards with John F. Kennedy's likeness, stamps, and cutout bracelets, several handmade drawings on a paper, a Sports Illustrated picture of Kate Upton in a bikini affixed to a card, and a note. The note read, "I feel the hurt you must be going through. I've lost many too." The heck? Hold on 1 second. Love and peace will come, but till then, just know, ... And the note was signed. Who is this? I wonder if this is the person with the poem. Nobody at that sorority house knew who the sender was, nor was anyone expecting a letter of that nature. Yeah, that sounds like a jail mail. That sounds like a Brian Koberger letter. He'll be writing them. People are going to give up on that guy. Maybe not that Brittany Showalter. What was her name? Brittany. I'll have to look her up now, but wonder how she's doing. You know, the girl that came out and was in love with Brian Koberger? Ugh. That's a bad look. So the detective photographed the envelope and its contents. Okay. They contacted, after confirming with ISP Sergeant, they contacted the people to collect DNA samples. Okay. To rule out purposes for the open letter, because they want to, do some DNA to get the DNA off of the letter. And if they want to make sure that they can rule them out, because they might be contributors on there since they handled it. So then this person received an anonymous call about an unnamed person being brought to the redacted in Lewiston and being flown to Spokane. The caller told the agent that this person was supposed to have been involved in an auto accident, but the injuries were not consistent with injuries sustained in an automobile collision. Unfortunately, the caller could not give the agent the name of the person they were calling about. Well, then why call? You're anonymous and you're calling and saying you can't give a name. That's crazy talk. And thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you guys don't mind, would you guys take a second and hit the like button for me? And if you're new to the channel, let us know where you're from in the chat. Let us know what time it is if it's crazy, different on Eastern Standard. So, we get people overseas. I love that. They're like, it's dinner time. I'm going to bed. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, just waking up. So this is going to be November 21st. Okay. So then this person's saying that they went from Lewiston. They're being flown. It says they called the Latah County Sheriff's Office, Nez Perez Sheriff's Office, and the Lewiston Police Department. No collision was reported, but a vehicle registered to that gave the person date of birth was found abandoned in a field. Oh, that's the car that was on the side of the road, kind of, and was partly clothed and injured, wandering in the streets of Lewiston. Oh, redacted was found partly closed. Okay, this was on November 15th, 2022. Wonder if that was the person that it was the same car, wasn't it? It's 8 where you are. Oh my gosh, it's only 3 here. But oh my gosh, is this the same one? Because remember, everyone was like, "That's the car," and we all didn't over here, but people were saying that. So this person was transported and then later life flighted. Oh my goodness, they died. Oh, that's so sad. I didn't know that. So this person got in an accident and then they're roaming the streets because they're like partly clothed because they probably have no idea what they're doing. They're just trying to get help. Wow. They were life flighted and they died. Man, that sucks. That's what life flight's for, I know. I like this time frame too. I'm feeling it. I did a live last night too, but I love this. I love this afternoon live stuff. So I contacted the Spokane County Medical Examiner's Office in Spokane, Washington. I spoke with Deputy Medical Investigator. That advised me that they did in fact have the body of, and I think is this the person that died that had the car? Okay, we'll see. So it says a full autopsy had been performed on November 21st, 2022. Redacted told me that he had contacted this person's mother, and who told him that Redacted had been sober for the last 4 years, but 2 weeks prior to his death, he had left the house and did not return November 8th. He was found wandering the streets of Lewiston with cuts and abrasions on his torso and arms and transported to the hospital. Wow. I requested copies of autopsy photographs so we could see what injuries an anonymous medical staff person was calling the FBI about. Okay. I received the request photographs via email from the medical examiner's office, transferred them over to Moscow Police Department. And then I also received a phone call from the medical examiner's office staff asking if I would need anything further. I requested they do DNA buccal swabs of the person's body. They told me they would, but an ISP detective would have to take possession of the swabs once they were done. Okay. Then he contacts them and says, "Hey, go get them." What is this? Are you kidding me right now with life? Which button is it? Is it this one? Oh, I did it right on the first try. Oh, I love that for me. So this is Idaho State Police. Okay, case number. This is the medical examiner's office report. Okay, photographs. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just make sure that I'm going to stop sharing this really quick with you guys. I just want to make sure there's no pictures. You know what I mean? Because it says right here, photographs. We believe the photographs. So, okay, let's go back to where we were. It looks like we're okay. They stopped talking about it, I think. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh man, we got to turn it around. Okay, let me turn it around the right way. And then share it with you guys again. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure I didn't show you anything crazy. So is this part of the intoxication, nature, Coeur d'Alene? Okay, I don't think this is for our victims. No, occurred. Okay, arrest report. Okay, now we got to turn it back around. Okay, this is about that guy. So I'm going to kind of go through this because it's not going to be related to the case. Okay, voluntary consent form. Oh, there's pictures. Oh yeah, this is just I think these are just pictures. Hold on. I don't want to stop. Let me just do that. There we go. I can do that. I just want to make sure that I'll show you. I know there's a couple pictures and I think it's just him in his jail outfit. And then we can go back up. I think I looked through this whole thing and there wasn't anything bad. I think there might be maybe a picture of one of the girls' rooms. So this is the guy they had Did I show you both pictures? Yeah, there's two. So I don't need to flip it for you guys, I don't think, but KCSO. I don't know. Oh, there's one more. Okay. Maybe that's when they found him. I don't know. Okay, so this is about the Range Rover, the purchase of it. And it says, Detective Robert sent me an email with the following. Kaylee Gonzalez purchased a silver 2015 Range Rover in Spokane Valley on 11/10/2022. According to her father, we'd like to have the salesman interviewed for the details of the sale, cash or loan, who was with her, anything unusual. I telephoned Washington State Patrol in Spokane, Washington, and asked for a law enforcement contact with Washington State Department of Motor Vehicles. I was given several numbers. I made telephone contact with this person. She assisted me in registering into a DMV portal and then helped me add my request for the title history of the Range Rover. I received the Range Rover title information, which showed the vehicle being owned by a redacted who lived in Spokane, Washington. The lien holder on the vehicle showed this person of Spokane, Washington. The previous owner was of Graham, Washington. And then just a release of interest. So on December 8th, I sent an email to this person, redacted, asking for him help on the Range Rover Kaylee purchased in Spokane Valley. It was apparent that there was either a mistake in who owned the vehicle or there was a delay while the vehicle was being transferred from the auto dealer to Kaylee Gonzalez. On December 12th, I received an email from redacted. The Range Rover now showed purchased by Kaylee Gonzalez on 11/10 from Spokane Valley, and redacted is listed as the sales document representing this person of Spokane Valley. So they telephoned them to confirm the purchase of the vehicle. They wanted copies of the Washington and Idaho DMV and title paperwork. And then on Thursday, December 15th, I drove to Spokane Valley, Washington. I spoke to the salesman who sold the Range Rover to Kaylee. He told me that he came to the car dealership twice, or she did, twice to look at the Range Rover. The first time she showed up with her two grandmothers. Oh, she was blessed. I mean, to have them both. The second time she came with her mother and her grandmother. She told me he told me he saw no drama or conflicts between Kaylee and her mother or grandmother during the sale. Kaylee bought the Range Rover for $24,423. She put down $6,500 cash, and her, I believe, grandmother put in $1,000 on a credit card, a total of $7,500 down payment. Okay. Sometime after Kaylee purchased the Range Rover, the check engine light came on. She called and texted to complain about this. He told her they would come get the car from her if the light did not go off. This person explained to me that the light could come on for many reasons, but they were unable to figure this out. So that means you just got lucky and that light was off when she was test driving it. Redacted forwarded me copies of the text messages between he and Kaylee about the car problem. Okay. They're going to get that check engine light off. Watch. After the murders, they contacted redacted and wanted to return the Rover. Sorry, wanted to return it. I believe it was Christy, probably. Yeah, it is. So later she contacted them and told them that her husband did not want to return the vehicle. So it looks like Christy called and was like, come get it. Steve was like, no, I want it. You know what I mean? It's the last thing that I think he has of his daughters. So it says, I spoke with the finance manager who confirmed the price of the vehicle, which I told you before. He confirmed that Kaylee put down the $6,500 and the grandmother put $1,000 on a credit card. See, they didn't redact it there. Kaylee put her credit card application and she made $3,200 a month as an redacted and had been working for them for 5 months at that time. According to this person, Kaylee was a first-time buyer, so her credit was good. She received the car loan without having to have a cosigner. When this person contacted them about returning the car, the dealership put $1,000 back into the credit card. Then when they found out the family was keeping the car, they took $1,000 back out. Should have just gave him that $1,000 back. Redacted saw nothing unusual during the sale. He told me he did try to sell Kaylee an extended warranty, but she declined. Redacted said the vehicle has a 3-month warranty by Redacted after the sale. So this person is now waiting for the Rover to be returned to the family. Then it can be brought into the dealership to work on the check engine light problem. Do you think for a freaking second that if Kaylee, little cute Kaylee, right? I mean, she probably was a tough cookie. But do you think he would have offered her that? No, I don't think so. No, no. He'd probably say, oh, that comes on all the time or something, you know? Okay, hold on one second. I got to go into here because I got to freaking, let me see. That stupid freaking Kenny Chesney guy tried to come in here and say that Maddie and Kaylee were sluts or something. He's disgusting. Yeah, never buy a Range Rover. I know. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't lie. When I was her age, I bought, it's not nothing compared to like a Range Rover, but it was, I think it was like 4 years old at the time. And it was a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And it was like a limited edition or something crazy stupid. The payments a month were so ridiculous for my age. I was 19. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking straight. But I paid off that car though too. So there was that. I had to pay it off after I got it, you know. That's what you got to do. But I love that car. But actually my mom ended up taking it over after a little while. I still continued the payments. I don't know how that worked. But she said there was too many blind spots for me, which there were. I'd probably never get another Jeep. So we read this already, right? Okay, so yep, case continues on that. I should ask Steve and Christy, did you ever get that check engine light off? I think you guys did. So, okay, they visited. They met with the store manager regarding visits made to the store, and it says doesn't have like, you know, it's redacted, but the date of birth is in 2000. They visited on November 13th at 10:49, purchased a trackable through a receipt and store membership program. This person provided printouts and a receipt of his purchase history starting on September 14th. Using the timestamp on the receipt, the video footage was reviewed. This person can be seen walking in front of the store, exiting a black BMW. They were dressed in a University of Idaho gray sweatshirt, black pants, and wearing a brown beanie. I took still shots of the video and forwarded them via text to the FBI agent. And then gave him USB, documented everything else. ISP didn't mess around. I mean, other than they didn't redact some stuff, but. Okay, so this is going to be about Xana, Kaylee, Maddie, and Ethan. So we have 1 witness, 2, 3, 4. And we have all these acquaintances, man. There's the Mazda. Well, no, they were looking for, I think they were looking for a Mazda at one point, they thought, or something. Okay. So it says that they went to, it's redacted, in Moscow. They were walking out the door and told me he was the last of the 2 occupants in the building. The others had left to return home. This person, he said he was away at a something game over the weekend of November 12th. And he said his fraternity brothers were also on the redacted and out of town. The last occupant in the building came to the front door to speak to me. He said he knew the female victims and said they had been to his fraternity house on many occasions. He said he is a redacted and saw the victims the night prior to the homicides. He believed the video evidence from the redacted had been secured by law enforcement. Okay. Couldn't recall anything that'd be helpful. Okay. So this person just agreed to meet with him at the residence. They met with him. He's not a member anymore, but he said he knew Ethan Chapin and knew he was a redacted. Knew victim Xana Coronado had attended parties with her. He knew victim Kaylee Gonzalez through his girlfriend and knew victim Madison Maddie Mogan through his friends. He said he was inebriated the evening of 11/12 and remembered seeing Kaylee and Maddie at the corner club. He was unsure of the exact times, but believes it was around 0100 hours on 11/13/2022 when he was picked up by a sober bro. He thinks he went to the convenience store and purchased alcohol. Okay. Spent the rest of the evening at home with his roommate and girlfriend and her friend. The last time he was at the crime scene was last semester, spring of 2022. He considers redacted a good guy and believes he's not in Moscow the weekend of November 12th, 2022. Okay, so this is a telephone call that was recorded. This is a sober driver. He said he started at 1,700 hours until approximately 0200 hours. He uses his phone and riders send him text or call him to give them rides. He said he owns his own vehicle. He said the night consisted of taking riders to the football game, the redacted apartments in Moscow, Idaho. Okay. And then he would return them to their house, He said that the party at the place that we can't know about because it's super secret. Yeah. Appeared to have 20 to 30 people, but did not go into the party. This person gave a verbal rundown of his text messages and who he gave rides to. Notably, this person said he gave a ride to redacted. Okay. This person said everyone he gave a ride to, he returned back to the house. Okay. That was none of the victims or anything. He didn't drive them at that point anyway. Has all the victims' names, has the witnesses. We got 2 witnesses. So the interview was conducted by phone. This person stated she was at the lodge party with Xana Coronado and Ethan Chapin on the night prior to the homicide, and they discussed going to Applebee's the following day. I haven't been to Applebee's in forever. Applebee's. Redacted stated nothing was out of the ordinary throughout the evening. This person stated she knew everyone in the Twitch video with Kaylee Gonzalez and Madison Mogan, and she named them. And one of them was a fraternity member providing sober rides. And then she heard redacted drove Gonzalez and Mogan home. They both called the tip hotline to advise law enforcement. She stated she heard a person named Redacted stop by the King Street residence to meet with Coronado. Okay. She says she's primarily friends with Coronado, and her friend group was not close with Gonzalez and Mogan. During the follow-up questioning, she explained the lodge party always end at 1, and she last spoke with Coronado between 12:45 and 1 that morning. According to Redacted, the lodge party was tame and not very many people attended due to the short duration of planning for it. During the interview, a second individual could be heard in the background, and she identified herself. She stated she also attended the lodge party and was with someone. She stated there was nothing out of the ordinary throughout the evening or night. When asked questions regarding observing anything unusual, they both said they were not directly aware of anything. They provided phone numbers. Okay. And we're going down. This is tips and canvassing. Witness 1, we have their name, it looks like. Okay. Witness 1, why is this witness 1 and witness 1? Shouldn't it be witness 2? I don't make the reports, I just read them. Okay. Witness 5. So we got 5 witnesses. Let's see what this says. Okay. This is always doesn't ever say anything but it says actually they're going to obtain video surveillance. So it does mean something up here. October 16th through October 20th for an apparent incident that occurred in the area of the surveillance video of the area of Redacted, which is adjacent to the Redacted. At approximately 14:33 hours, I received an email which contained a link to download the video. At approximately 1500 hours, ISP Sergeant Jess Stinnett, Detective Herman, and I were assigned to complete canvassing for cameras in the residential neighborhood located south of 1122 King Road residence. We were unsuccessful in locating any video appearing to be relevant to the homicide. The following areas were covered. Okay. Addresses between 342 through 1830 Victoria Drive. We reviewed video. However, there was no video content on November 12th or 13th. Great. And this person appeared to have multiple cameras, but that we learned they were non-functioning. They were just used to deter crime. Oh, that's perfect. Don't get fake cameras. That sucks. You never know when you need to be a hero, you know, and give them your cameras and then they catch like a bad guy or something. Or it helps you. Because what if that person wasn't deterred by them cameras? Then they're useless. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. So this person received a tip. It's tip 0105. They wanted to provide information. So let's see what they have to say. Okay, this wanted to set up a telephone interview. The phone call was recorded. This person eventually answered and agreed to call back to arrange a time for an interview. Oh, great. At approximately 12:16 hours, Detective Hody and I contacted this person by telephone to follow up on information he wanted to provide investigators. The phone call was recorded. The tip was regarding a light-colored four-door sedan he had an interaction with on November 11th, 2022. This person described the driver of the sedan as being a white male wearing a long beanie and covered his hair. He said the unknown male confronted him in an unprofessional manner about throwing his trash into a dumpster that belonged to the neighboring apartment. He said the unknown male stated he was the redacted for the redacted hall monitor. For full details, go to the phone interview. Well, I want to hear it. I want full details here. Okay, so this one, okay. So November 25th, this person returned my message and contacted me. Trooper Keeley works for the Wyoming Highway Patrol, provided me information on a subject. Okay. November 28th, I requested ISP Regional Communications Center check. Okay, so Washington registration through the license plate reader database. I forwarded the emailed information I received to ISP Detective Gideon Roberts. Okay, this is agency assist other. Okay. On November 13th, 2022, at about 5:40 p.m., I assisted with the processing of a quadruple homicide scene located at 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. I know it says King Street, but it's always been King Road, so I don't know why they're putting that. So that's why I keep saying King Road. I was assigned by Detective Talbot to photograph the scene. While photographing the scene, I deleted photos that were completely washed out, expecting the deleted photo's serial number to be reassigned to the next photo captured, and the photo serial numbers to continue in sequential order. Later, as I was completing the photo log, I discovered that each photo I deleted also deleted the associated serial number instead of reassigning it, causing a gap in this sequential order. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, like, you know, he deleted like 2 and 3, and then he thought the next pictures that he put in there would be like 2 and 3, and they weren't. They went to 4 and 5 or whatever. So there would be like a gap. He didn't want that gap to be like that they were hiding anything or something, I think. So then we've got the victims' names. Got some witnesses, acquaintance, witness 2. That's a lot. Okay. Was the victims there? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So it says that they conducted a phone call with this person. And he was, this person was located at home in Tri-Cities, Washington when I called him. I asked him about the party the night of November 12th. This person confirmed there was a party at the house and there was a guest list for the party. He said there was a ratio of 2 guests allowed for every member. They explained the security measures the fraternity uses to avoid people being able to sneak into the party. The redacted is the area in the fraternity house where events are held. And they said the party went from 9:30 to 1 a.m. And he said the party went well. He said he spoke to he has spoken to members of the fraternity who saw Ethan and Xana at the party. This person believes redacted was the last person to see Ethan and Xana at the house. He recalled speaking to this person about Xana having never been to, and it's redacted out, it's the neighboring fraternity. This person planned to take Xana to visit the neighboring fraternity at the conclusion of the redacted party, but Xana and Ethan did not make it. This person was at the party but did not remember seeing Xana and Ethan, this other person. They said the house members who remembered seeing Ethan and Xana also included redacted, who may have had phone contact with Ethan at 1:30 a.m. They confirmed there was no surveillance video at the house. They said personal videos taken in the house are not supposed to be posted on the internet. That's a good idea, I guess. This person confirmed that redacted of the redacted is redacted. And he have copies of a list of attendants at the party. He had Ethan on Snapchat and said many fraternity brothers would have his Snapchat. He also said Ethan's closest friends in the fraternity, and he put a bunch of names. He believed the redacted party was the last party of the night at the campus. There may have been after parties at different fraternities or at the redacted. They last saw Ethan and Xana on November 11th and remembered having a conversation with Xana. So this person is a new person. Xana has never spoken to redacted about anything that was troubling her or having issues with people at her apartment. This person has never interacted with Kaylee or Maddie and believed the people he has listed would have known them because of their relationship with Ethan and Xana. Xana would bring her housemate, and it's redacted, with her to hang out and did not remember ever meeting Xana's housemate, redacted. At 11:22 hours, I concluded a phone interview with, it's all redacted. This person was with Ethan and Xana at the party, which ended at 1 o'clock on November 13th. Following the end of the party, Ethan and Xana went to, and it's redacted, but it has a number, so maybe apartment. So after Ethan and Xana gathered some items in the redacted, the group, including redacted's girlfriend, they returned to redacted within redacted house. He believed the couple packed up a couple of beers in Ethan's black dress jacket, possible into a bag carried by Xana. This was the last of a couple of beers, and this was the last time redacted saw Ethan and Xana. Ethan and Xana did not tell this person where they were going to after leaving. This person can only assume that Ethan and Xana left on foot and returned to 1122 King Road. This person said he and a group went over to it's redacted following the party, but did not see Ethan and Xana there. He said that he and Ethan attended a formal at redacted. It's prior redacted. There we go. Where's that? Redacted had a photo of Ethan at the formal party, but did not have any other photos of the evening. Okay, so then it says this person interacted with Ethan almost every day as they both were redacted and close friends. This person said Ethan did not have any enemies and did not have any problems with anyone. He said the same about Xana regarding her being a happy person without enemies. He has known Xana since his freshman year. This person could not speak to issues with Xana's security around the area or her apartment, but they felt Ethan would spend the night at Xana's due to the distance to his own apartment and not because he was experiencing security issues at her apartment. This person has met Kaylee Gonzalez and Madison Mogan, but did not know them very well. They said the same for, I'm assuming, Bethany and Dylan. This person was last at the 112 King Street address on Friday prior to the homicide. He spent 15 to 20 minutes there playing Pong, then went to the redacted. That person emailed me the redacted party attendance list and a timeline he had established regarding the night of November 12th, 2022, and the interaction with Ethan and Xana and the members. So the documents were all forwarded, audio, all that good stuff. Get your under blanket. Come on. This dog's nuts. Come on. Keep coming here. Come on. My oldest girl. Oh, she's just a baby. She is. She's silly. She'll sound off like Chewbacca. The noises that come out of this dog, it's unreal. That's what it sounds like. And then she'll just do it forever. So this person conducted an interview. It's 1979. Who was born in 1979? And it says at the Kootenai County Jail. Okay, so it's like redacted. I was advised by redacted during her redacted had made statements regarding the homicide of Xana Kernodle upon arrival. Okay, let's see. Began speaking prior to being able to activate the audio recording device. Someone explained her, she made statements to her that Xana Kernodle's death better not be due, and it's redacted. This person last spoke with Xana Kernodle about a month prior to the homicide when she attempted to coordinate having lunch with Xana. This person said Xana ended up being too busy with classes and was not able to meet. Is this her mom? Because that's what she said. She was like, yeah, I tried to go there a couple weeks ago, but she was just so busy with classes. And it was like, well, you wouldn't, I'm sorry. In my mind, I was like, well, you wouldn't call her and schedule something, you know what I mean, out. Like it was like same day, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm gonna come tomorrow or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. That's sad. Yeah, because I remember she said it was like 3 weeks before, and this is as a month. So I bet you this is her. So it says she's unaware of anyone who would want to hurt Xana. She said, redacted, question her inquiring, if she had any, redacted, and if Xana could have been killed as, and it's all redacted. She told us she has never been involved in redacted, said, redacted, hated Xana and stated we should look at her. Is there a tape? There is an audio recording. Koberger. Okay, let's see what we got. Has everybody hit the like button? I don't think you guys have. We have 170 likes. We have 282 people in here. You guys can help me out. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Only if you appreciate the content. I do appreciate you guys hitting the like button. If you do want to become a member of our fabulous channel, we do members only lives, members giveaways, all that kind of stuff. If you want to become a member, I do pin the link at the top of the chat. If you already are a member and you're feeling generous, you could always gift memberships so that maybe somebody that can't afford to have a membership, they can get one. So thank you for being here. That's my spiel. Changes every day, every minute. So on January 5th, 2023, at about 1:57 p.m., Idaho State Police and Federal Bureau of Investigation Task Force, Gideon Roberts, served a search warrant on the person of Brian Christopher Koberger at the Latah County Jail, located at 522 South Adams Street, Moscow, Idaho. The warrant was signed by Idaho Magistrate Judge Megan Marshall, commending the collection of prints, hair, buccal swabs, and photographs. Oh, I bet he felt good doing that. The search warrant was part of an ongoing quadruple homicide investigation of Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xana Coronado, and Ethan Chapin. All evidence collected was transferred to the Moscow Police Department. And then it has his name here. Get in here. What? She went back out. Get in here. Come on. I'm shutting that door. And I even forgot to put my light on behind me. Like, oh, a mess. I always forget that light. Okay. So it says here, also present at the time of service was Koberger's attorney, Ann Taylor, and her associate, Mick McCarthy, and Jay Logston. Who the hell is Mick McCarthy? I never heard that name before. Have you guys? Wow. Okay. So then also Latah County Sheriff's Deputy, Ashton, Latah County Sheriff's Deputy, Southern, ISP Forensic Laboratory Scientist, number 2, Tara Martinez, ISP Forensic Laboratory Scientist, Haley Youngling, and FBI Special Agent SA Travis Shirley. I audio recorded the entire event. Oh, I want that. What page are we on? Grab my pen. Just see I just write on the page and then, because we don't have to get everything, but this we would probably want this. 256 interview. Okay, so 214. All right. 163214. I always want to start with the 214. Okay. So after introducing myself to Koberger and advising him of the search warrant and providing his attorney a copy of the search warrant, the scientist, Martinez, and Yingling began collecting the evidence as prescribed in the search warrant. Koberger was compliant throughout the process. Can you imagine him? He's probably just standing like... At about 2:58 p.m., the two scientists completed the evidence collection. Koberger was returned to his cell while his attorney observed the final packaging of the collected evidence. I bet Koberger went back and took a shower. On January 6, 2023, I transferred the audio recording and the photos into compact disc, processed them. Okay. On January 9th, I provided the evidence collection log and original to MPD Detective Brett Payne, who returned the warrant. So they had that on January 9, 2023. They should have gave that straight over to freaking Ann Taylor right there if she didn't have it. Just saying. She was always complaining about discovery. So then we've got another witness here. So this person received an email and they were provided a Dropbox link. for video surveillance. Oh my God. The dog that was the dog that was like throwing a fit. Look at this. The one that was like standing beside me earlier. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's snoring. She's out like the wind. Oh, I hope you can, Ashley. How much you like to be outside. I just wanted to show you the dogs. She was so funny. Okay. We'll go to this. So, okay, let's go back up. So, this is about the surveillance footage. Okay, so this person reviewed her video surveillance footage from November 13th and realized victims Kaylee Gonzalez and Madison Mogan were captured on her camera footage. This person allowed me to retrieve the video by granting me access to her cloud account. Using a cell phone application, I viewed the video surveillance footage. I was unable to preserve the footage directly from the application, so I made several screen recordings as the footage played on my phone. That sounds professional. So this person's camera is motion activated and records audio. Notably, Gonzalez and Mogan walked past the camera. I think it's that one where they're like, Adam or whatever. The photo recording and screenshots I captured of individuals passing the camera were provided. Okay. So about that. I think that's what that was. Okay. So we will. Okay. Not that far in. So we'll go down a couple more. So this person conducted an interview. They went to Mingles, I think. Okay. So it's like person A. It looks like person B or maybe person C. I don't know, but it says witness 1. So we'll see. Okay. But it says he left his apartment at approximately 8 p.m. on November 12th with a female friend. They went to Mingles, a bar in Moscow, ended up meeting another female friend there, and the three of them left the corner club between approximately midnight and 1 a.m. At the corner club, he really noticed a girl who couldn't stand, was touching everyone, and he stated, I thought she was on something. So I was like, this chick is just your classic like college girl who took a pill and didn't know what it was or something, you know? This female was later identified as Madison Mogan. I knew it was going to be her. That girl was just living her best life. She really was. I don't think it was drugs. I think she was just living her best life. So redacted another male left the corner club at approximate closing time and went to the grub truck. After they got to the grub truck, he noticed Mogan arrive with another female who later identified as Kaylee Gonzalez. Mogan appeared extremely intoxicated to the point she was falling against the grub truck repeatedly. I didn't see that. I didn't see her fall on the truck at all. I saw her walk through the people and kind of stumble into them, but that was about it. Okay. Maybe he saw something we didn't see. So he noticed a male standing near Mogan and Gonzalez and believed he was there with them. The male was later identified. I think it's Jack Showalter. So he had a conversation with this person at the grub truck. He said he was there just to make sure the girls got home safe. This person asked him how he felt about being recorded and then pointed out the live stream recording on the grub truck. They continued talking about insequential topics like cars, the weather, how their night was going, etc. This might be Joe Viggett, the one that came out and said like, hey, this guy wasn't bad. Like I talked to him. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just a college kid. And then he said once they arrested the suspect, he made 3 TikTok videos. He said he was going to delete the TikTok videos and move on with his life. He was like, I'm just here to tell you guys what I experienced with this guy. It was really nice because so many people were going after Jack. So I ended up showing his TikToks and stuff. We went over them. And after Brian was arrested, he deleted them. So he was a man of his word because he said that page was meant for him and his daughter, not for like true crime, but he wanted to help. So I thought it was nice that somebody stuck up for him because there was a lot of people that weren't. So it says, it seemed like Redacted knew a group of fraternity guys who were waiting at the grub truck. Mogan and Gonzalez were whispering to each other, looking at this person and giggling. He thought Redacted was in the friend zone when describing the dynamic between the three. He felt like this person was annoyed with the girls, saying he kept shaking his head at them, taking deep breaths and sighing. A blue car, possibly a Honda, eventually pulled up near the grub truck and he saw Mogan and Gonzalez get into it and leave. He was unaware of redacted location or action until he reviewed and recorded live stream footage later, but had initially thought he left with them in the car. Nope, he went the opposite direction. Follow-up purchase made by Kaylee. So let's see. On December 19th, I conducted follow-up purchase made by Gonzalez. Okay, let's see. They fixed that light. I conducted interviews with the manager, and the server texted me 2 photos of receipts from Gonzalez's purchase of 2 alcoholic beverages. I thought this was the car. Oh, just follow-up purchase. I was thinking in the car. Okay. So this is she had 2 drinks. And I saw the receipt for this, and this is just my mind, but one of the drinks is like more expensive than the other. And like the other one's like a well drink or something. And I just feel like Kaylee would have been so nice and she would have got Maddie like the better of the drink. You know what I mean? Like the 2 drinks. I don't know. Just because they were such good friends. But I think the receipt's in here. So it says, we'll see. I don't know. Gonzalez arrived at something redacted between 8 and 8:30, along with 6 to 7 other females presumed to be active. Women all ordered the same drink for their first round. Oh, okay. So she must have just had 2 drinks. A Blue Hawaii, which I've had them before. I'm pretty sure. I think that drink is pretty good if I have had it. The women were dressed nicely with good demeanors and were coming from or going to an event. Some women purchased a second drink. Gonzalez did, and each woman paid separately. Okay. Gonzalez and the women left shortly after consuming their drinks. I thought it was at the corner club when I saw the receipt. Because I did see a receipt in here. When I went through the pictures to make sure there's nothing. So yeah, 2 drinks. I thought it had like the drinks on there. I know it did. That's so weird. Maybe it's down further. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so there was Blue Hawaii, and then she got a vodka well with a splash of sour mix. Oh God, that's so gross. So this is collecting photographs of the bedroom and identified items which were seized by the crime scene lead. So they photographed, measured, collected property, photographs of the bedroom. Okay. On November 19th, 2022 at approximately 2:20 p.m., I searched redacted bedroom. I think this is Bethany's maybe. Or Kaylee's. I think it's actually Kay. I don't know. You guys let me know because maybe we'll go to the pictures. We'll figure it out. So it says that while other members of the investigation team, including crime scene lead ISP Detective Talbot, were present. Redacted bedroom is, it's going to tell me. Redacted located room within the residence. During the time of the quadruple murder, redacted reported she witnessed the murder suspect. Okay, so it's Dylan. Later identified as Brian C. Koberger at a close proximity while she stood at her bedroom doorway. ISP's forensic scientist had identified a bloody shoe print outside of the bedroom, Dylan's bedroom, believed to belong to Koberger. Upon entering the room, I photographed the bedroom with an emphasis upon her wall hangings and artwork. While conducting a search of her bedroom, the following items were noted and seized. It says CISP Detective Talbot's evidence forms for seized items. Okay. The bedroom had a low amount of alcohol compared to the other first and second floor bedrooms within the residence. There was a myriad of personal items, notebooks, and textbooks consistent with a college student. Artwork of redacted with an emphasis upon we know it's like eyebrows, but were pinned to corkboards along with redacted from magazines. A letter from some sorority, later confirmed to be redacted in a clear plastic shoe box within the bedroom closet. Something was located on the vanity within the bedroom. A sorority redacted was located in a black backpack, which was under the bed. I concluded the bedroom search at approximately 3:50. When did he go in there? Okay, 2:20. Because there was pictures in here somewhere, but maybe we'll have to get to them tonight. So on November 16th, 2022, Darren Gilbertson, they led the victimology team for November 13th, Moscow, Idaho, quadruple murder investigation. The victimology team consisted of me, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Special Agent Jonathan Riggs, FBI SA Jared Thompson, FBI Tactical Specialist Carrie Hadaway, and statewide ISP detectives and nationwide FBI agents for out-of-area interviews. Okay. The victimology team was responsible for understanding relationships, social groups, public lives, and private lives of the victims and the survivors and the connection to the suspect. On January 3rd, 2023, ISP Detective Gilbertson assigned me the additional investigative duty of coordinating the priority of investigation tips related to suspect Brian C. Kohlberger, the coordination of tips, including prioritizing interviews of people associated to Kohlberger. Oh, we're going to get to the good stuff tonight. Okay. I think that's probably going to be yeah. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So tonight we'll start here. So tonight, if you guys are available, if you're just coming in, hi, hello, my name is Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so much. Before you guys exit out of the building, because I know y'all gonna leave real quick. Don't be leaving now. We do go live every single day. I've been doing 2 lives a day. Let me know in the comments after the live if this is a good time for you or if 9:15 is a good time for you, because that's the time we usually go. I do think I will make it earlier, especially like when winter hits. I said that last winter though, and we were still riding hard at 9:15. So let me know what time works for you guys. I'm available throughout the day. Actually, I don't even know what I'll be available actually with Vincent work. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I am going to come on tonight. We are going to be going over the rest of these documents, or not the rest. Girl, please. We're going to go over the documents pertaining to the students that Brian Kohlberger was the TA of, the professors. We're going to get to know what they thought. I heard that it was over almost 100 people or something like that complained about him. And I heard it's bad. I heard that what we heard before was butterflies and rainbows compared to what he was really doing. So I will make the thumbnail here in just a moment since my girls are sleeping still. Make sure that, hit the notify, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like, all those things. If you want to become a member, it is pinned at the top. If you want to contribute to the goal, it's still up. I do appreciate you guys all being here today with me. I will see you guys tonight at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn.